Hello and welcome to this brief demonstration of some of the key features in Free2Teach which we believe would offer you true value as an ICT coordinator. One of the many tasks faced by ICT coordinators today is the distribution and installation of software across the school's network. Now Free2Teach has made this process simple and easy to do, and I'm just going to briefly show you how we can manage that within Free2Teach. So from the Free2Teach interface, I select the Resource Manager. Upon selecting this button, I'm presented then with a list of machines. Now these machines are collated into groups for easy management. So for example, the classroom PCs in Classroom 1 are together, the machines in the library are together, the trolleys in Trolley A are together. And the reason that we do this is then a very quick and easy way of managing licensing requirements. So for example, if I only have 5 licenses, I can select the 5 machines in a separate group which I want to send that software to. So in order to add software to a set of computers, all I do is select the software tab, and then I'm presented with a list of the software that I've already selected to be installed on those machines, and this happens as soon as they log on to the network. Now I'm able to remove the software as easy as I am able to add software to the sets. So as an example, I'm just going to remove one piece of software, so I highlight it, select remove it from the set, ask if I'm sure I wish to do that, I select yes. So the next time any machine within that set of machines logs onto the network, the particular piece of software that I removed will then be removed from that machine. And if I wish to add that software, all I do is select add software. It will then interrogate the server and give me a list of the software that's available to install. I highlight that piece of software and then I select OK. It asks if I fulfilled the licensing requirements, which I would say yes, and once again, the next time that machine logs onto the network, that particular piece of software will be installed. Another of the tasks faced by ICT coordinators is adding new pupils to the network. Now if I was to do that using standard Windows Server 2008, that can be a long and drawn out process, especially when I start to add policies to users. Now what Free2Teach once again does is make that a very simple and easy process. So in order to access it, I would select the Pupil Manager button from the interface, and then down here at the bottom I can select the Add Pupil to Free2Teach button. I'm then presented with a small form that I need to fill out. Basically I need to create the user, so I'd select the user's name, so their first name and their surname. Now that does automatically create me a username, but I'm able to amend that to whatever I wish. So for example, Gary uses his first name, so that's the name that he would use to log on to the network. I'm then presented with a security level option. Now the first 3 are for pupils and the last 3 are for teachers and ICT coordinators and technicians alike. So for example, level 1, they're unable to right click and create shortcuts or amend the theme of their desktop, and level 2, they're allowed that functionality. Level 3 is tended to be used when we need to change policies in order that a piece of particular software can work on the network. Level 4 is for a teacher, and then 5 and 6 is for administrative and domain access to the network. So I'll select Gary as a teacher who's level 4, then I'll add them to the class. Now if it was a teaching assistant, for example, I may need to add them to several classes. It just then would manage access to the shared folder areas. So I'll select them as class 4. I can create a password if I want to, and I can also set the password to be automatically changed the first time that person logs on, and then they can change the password to one that they're familiar with. So I'll highlight that button. Now when I select the Add Pupil, this then has automatically created the pupils My Documents folder. It's added them into the class and set their folder share access, and it's done all of that in a very, very short space of time. And that's as simple as that can be. The final functionality that we think offers real value is the task list. Now the task list is a way of adding requirements. Say for example, in this instance, somebody needs to change the toner in the Classroom 6, or they've got a printer issue in the ICT suite, and then you're able to interrogate that from any machine on the network. In order to add a new task, again, very simple, just select New, then it's automatically created me as the contact. I can select the task, whatever that might be, so I'll just put example for example's sake, and then I can put comments in the bottom, and then I would save that. Now once a task has been saved, whoever's responsible for actioning that task can then open it up, add some new notes to it, or tick it as completed, and then they would save it, and then everybody then knows that that has been completed. And I can filter that here at the bottom if I want to. So historically you may have had an A4 pad in the ICT suite, for example, where people would write their issues. The teaching staff can do it from the comfort of their own classrooms, and they can all see if somebody else has already reported it. As I've mentioned, it's just a short demonstration of some of the key facilities available, and we would welcome the opportunity to demonstrate it in more depth, and with that in mind we'd ask that you contact our sales department in order to arrange a full demonstration.